We are on gold on 17th April on a single trading day, and I sent this trade in my VIP Discord, and I did send the forecast to my free Telegram. If there's something you're interested in, you can check the first link in the description below. I also attach receipts for these trades at the end of the video, so tag along to the end. And this is a quick trade recap of those two trades. So when I go to the high time frame, I can clearly see that we're bullish, and we even retraced the daily fair value gap on the day. So I was expecting gold to go higher. As you can see that we have recently been bullish on the daily time frame on gold from the higher lows. Yeah, if you go to the 1 hour, we can see that we have built up this beautiful trend line over here. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that targeting trend lines and equal highs or lows, these are my favorite draws. Yeah, so on the 15-minute time frame, you can see that not only is this a trend line, this is also a high for the Asia, London, New York session as well. Yeah, so it's like an extra confluence that this is a good target for me to essentially take profit at. So when I woke up on Friday morning, unfortunately gold was like already up here. Yeah, so I missed the ideal optimal entry. Yeah, so I had to essentially wait for the retracement lower. To be honest, you could have also entered like right over here with a stop over here and just placed your TP over here. And because this was my initial TP, I went all the way up there because I kept holding runners. Yeah, because if he did break out of a range, which is a very high chance that we were going to create a new higher high. Since you retrace back to this fair value gap here, like for example here, we retrace back to this fair value gap, we broke this high and we created a much higher high. So I was expecting the same thing to happen over here. We retrace lower and need to go higher and create a new higher high. And that's literally exactly what ended up happening. Yeah, so my first entry was at the 15-minute fair value gap. Yeah, it was just it was a retracement to this 15-minute fair value gap, which I also sent in my forecast as well. I said if you're higher all the way up here, I expect to retrace to this 15-minute fair value gap that was created here before we go higher. Yeah, and I did see a bullish engulfing candle over here on the 5-minute. So I entered exactly here, but I put my stop over here because I knew that if you were bullish, London low should not get taken out. Yeah, because we already swept this low over here as well. So unfortunately, as soon as the price went deep into drawdown, yeah, and then we had another 5-minute inversion of this fair value gap over here, which is when I entered this position over here. The reason I moved this to the side is because I previously drew it over here, but it was quite confusing, which you will see in my screenshot at the end of this video. Yes, so I moved it over here, and we did chop around for like the longest time, which is not what you want to see. Yeah, for me it was like, because I entered here, they were chopping around, yeah, and then we finally took off. So yeah, it was quite straightforward. We literally took out this trend line so quickly, and after that I just held some runners. I didn't know how high I would go, but it's always I always leave my TP open and I trail my stops, because recently Friday has been quite bullish. Like the past, like a lot of the Fridays in 2026 have been quite bullish, if I must say. So yeah, we just literally went all the way higher, and then there was also the ceasefire news that was announced, so like that just kept pushing gold even higher. And yeah, so literally that was it. Approximately like roughly 20 hour. Yeah, and this is just like, I'm not gonna say this is just another day, but we had almost, this entire week was green. We only took like we took one SL on Thursday. That was it. Yeah, I'll be sending I'll be recording the trade recaps for the other ones shortly as well. But yeah, I literally post all of these setups in my free Telegram as well, so you're literally just like missing out on free setups and bank. So check it out by looking at the first link in the description below, and I'll see you on the inside.